about time that we wake up out of sleep. It's the reason why we are in these conditions. Why? Because we fail to because we fail to keep God's laws. Read what you got.
The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 7, verse 20. For there be many that perish in this life because they despise the law of God.
It said it's going to be many people that's going to perish in this life because they despise the laws of God. Hey, brother, what's your name, bro? Give me 5 minutes. What's your name, bro? Roderick?
Yeah, I used to be with IUIC.
I'm Ciroc.
How you doing, man?
I'm well. So, you used to be with us, right? And what made you stop congregating, bro? Because you know, right?
Right. I know I had a little situation. I don't feel comfortable enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like it's more something that I'd rather not put too much out there. But, you know, I have my little situation. But just like the Most High says, a man with adjustment will fall 7 times.
Right.
That doesn't mean that I'm going to give up just because I had those situations. That's why I saw you, and I came and I followed you until I was able to, get this address.
Right.
There's nothing left here.
Hey, and
after
you understand?
I'm sorry, I don't mean
go ahead.
but after being so long in the truth, there's nothing left down here. What can you come back to?
Right, so let me ask you a question. So you was already congregating and things like that, and then you walked out of these doors. You know the Lord does not allow us, like a lot of people, to get that second chance, bro. So, Lord's will, you do come and congregate because you know what's required of you. And give me Hosea 5 and 15, man. Give me Hosea 5 and 15, because we must endure as a good soldier. Give me that first. Endure as a good soldier in Christ. So whatever you was going through, bro, you should have endured that thing and reached out to the leadership instead of walking out the doors, bro, because that could have been the last time you walked out those doors, bro.
But I didn't walk out. I got put out. I didn't walk out of the door.
Well,
it wasn't anything like that.
Have you been learning online?
Of course.
Okay.
I've even been still trying to teach other people. Like, I haven't stopped.
That's not what you got to focus in on you first.
Right. But, like I said.
Hosea 5:15 first.
Like I said, I had a little, situation with myself. Like,
Check it out. Let's let the Bible speak. Read.
The book of Hosea, chapter 5, verse 15. I will go and return to my place till they acknowledge their offense and seek my face. In their affliction, they will seek me early.
So in your affliction, God is trying to bring you back. He's trying to get you to understand something. Whatever that something is, Lord's will, you got it already. Or you starting to grasp on what he was afflicting you for. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, he said he's going to go and he's not going to deal with you. He's going to let you come back to him. And everybody's not allowed to come back to him. And drop that. Give me Hebrews. Hold that other one, but give me Hebrews 5 and 12.
Bring it out.
Because at the end of the day, you saying you going around, you trying to teach other people. Hey, brother, come over here and learn your nationality, bro. Come learn your nationality, bro.
I'm not saying it like I'm going out like you teaching people. I just come across people and they just so happen to bring stuff up in conversation.
Right.
And that's how we get into it. It's not I'm going out like y'all doing.
Right.
Because first of all, this is where I learned that from.
Right.
If I want to do that like you're doing, I should go back to you, right? And not create my own, right?
Right.
Because I'm not, like I said, man, there's nothing in me against the Most High. There's nothing against what you're doing. So I'm going to continue to follow this no matter. No, I don't have fringes. But my shirt.
You say you're going to continue to follow the Most High.
The best way that I could.
Okay, look it. Y'all got Walmart right here, right? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm listening to you, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't even have a job right now.
Understandable.
So I can't even afford to go to Walmart and buy a shirt or buy fringes. But this has been going on for like maybe.
So what are you doing to rectify the situation, bro?
So what I'm doing, I mean, let me slow myself down before I get ahead.
All right, let me read this real quick. Read.
The book of Hebrews, chapter 5, verse 12. For when For when for the time ye ought to be teachers, ye have need that one teach you again, which be the first principles of the oracles of God.
So you shouldn't really be teaching this Bible until you come and get all of yourself together, bro.
That's
because
right.
Give me second Esdras 14. Give me second Esdras 14, bro, because you got to get yourself together, bro. You can't teach nobody if yourself together. If I'm standing up here and my house is out of order, or any of these men houses is out of order, and we standing out here trying to teach, the Lord ain't gonna be dealing with that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you got to get yourself together. What you got to do, you got to humble down, bro. You got to figure out a way. You got to get you a job. You got to figure these things out, bro, because it's not that hard. Go get a job at McDonald's. You said this world is going to crumble anyway. So if it's going to crumble anyway, you might as well just get you a job to sustain yourself. You know what I'm saying? But you got to try, bro, before the Most High even think about dealing with you. You got to put on your armor of God, bro. You got to put on that armor of God that he blessed you with, that knowledge that he gave you, bro, and you got to go get you a job. Read what you got.
The book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 14, verse 13.
Come on.
Now, therefore, set thine house in order, and reprove thy people.
Before you go reprove your people, before you say anything, you got to set yourself in order. You got to get you a job, because the Bible say if a man don't work, he don't eat.
That's
you know what I'm saying? It says it's better to die than to beg. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't have a job, how are you getting different things? You know what I'm saying? If you go, God forbid that you going about them the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? And you're robbing and stealing, because now you breaking another commandment. You're not loving your brother as you love yourself. You know what I'm saying? So you got to examine yourself. Give me that right there. You got to examine yourself, bro. That's what you got to do. That's what this all is about. You know what I'm saying? I heard you. Listen to the boy. Let's let the Bible speak, bro. Because, you know what I'm saying? Up here, bro, we all gonna go through something. You know what I'm saying? We all gonna go through trials, bro. We all gonna go through trials. Hold that. Something else came to thought. Hold that and give me 1 Peter 4:12. 1 Peter 4:12, bro. Because this is the medicine, bro. We gonna give you the medicine today. Just hold your peace. I'm gonna give you the medicine. I'm gonna give you the solution to all your problems, bro. I'm gonna give you the solution to all your problems.
Bring it out.
Read what you got.
The book of 1 Peter, chapter 4, verse 12. Beloved, thinking not strange concerning the fiery trial, which is to try you.
Think it's not strange, bro, which is the fiery trial, which is to try you, bro. That trial that you're going through, it was to try your faith, to see what you was going to do.
Right.
Read.
As though some strange thing happened unto you.
As something that's just happening unto you. It's something that happened to this man, every man you see in purple. We all going through something.
That's right.
We all going through a fiery trial. You know what I'm saying? But it's to try you. It's to try us. You know what I'm saying? That fiery trial, bro, was to make sure, to see, when they put you out, that was to see, hey, are you going to keep on your fringes? Are you going to keep the faith? Are you going to keep following the laws of God? Or are you just going to fall back because you ran through a trial, bro? We all going to go through something. You know what I'm saying? Read.
Bring it up. Verse 13. But rejoice inasmuch as ye are partakers of Christ's suffering.
Rejoice in that thing that you're going through that trial. Why? Because you know the Most High God dealing with you. Because he say he chastening who he loves.
Bring it out.
So he chastening you. Why? Because he love you. Why? Why? Because he love you, bro. You feel me? Read.
That when his glory shall be revealed, ye may be glad also with exceeding joy.
When his glory is revealed, when he come back to gain the 12 tribes, bro, you gonna know, like, dang, I endured that thing. Now I got the kingdom. I ain't gotta worry about that, bro. Sirach 2. Sirach 2, bro. This is what you gotta get back to, bro. This is that sincere milk. That sincere milk right here that's gonna boost your confidence, bro. That's gonna boost your self-esteem. That's what you lost, bro. You lost self-esteem. So what you gotta do, you gotta dive back into this Bible and get that self-esteem back, get that zeal back, get that hunger for the Lord back. Because if you don't, you're gonna die and perish like everybody else that ain't keeping the laws. Read what you got.
The book of Sirach, chapter 2, verse 1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation.
You came to serve the Lord, right, my bro? Prepare your soul for temptation. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the temptation may be. How you doing, sis? Come deal with me for a second. Come.
You think Christ is white?
You think Christ is white?
Yeah.
You do? Alright. Let me read this. You got 5 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay, give me 5 minutes. Let me help my brother out, get my brother back on the right track, because my brother, he was dealing with us at one time, you know, but he was going through a fiery trial, and now what we trying to do, we trying to get that brother back that hope that, hey, man, you come back into these laws, yeah, it's gonna be trials, but you got brothers right here to hold you up.
Bring it out.
You know what I'm saying? You see, sis? You ain't never really seen this like this, huh? Unless we going at each other's neck, huh? I'm gonna show you why as well. Just give me some time. Hey, you out of here, bro? Hey, bro.
I'm not going.
Okay, all right, stay right there. Give me the color of Christ. Read that. Read.
Sirach chapter 2, verse 1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation.
So you gotta prepare your soul for temptation. Read.
Set thy heart aright.
What's your heart, bro? Set your heart aright. Read.
And constantly endure.
No, give up.
And constantly endure.
You gotta constantly endure, sis. We gotta constantly endure these fights. When we come to serve the Lord, we gotta constantly endure.
Right.
We gotta constantly cast our cares on the Lord. Cast our cares on the Lord. Keep that faith in the Lord. Keep our hope in the Father, the Black Messiah. Give me that real quick.
That's right.
Let me show you, sis, that Christ, what the Bible say Christ's color is. You believe in the Bible? All praises. Let's see what the Bible say Christ's color is. Read.
The book of Revelation, chapter 1, verse 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool.
Verse 1.
Revelation chapter 1, verse 1.
Come on.
The revelation of Jesus Christ, which God gave unto him to show unto his servants things which must shortly come to pass.
So this is the word revelation. The root word out of that is to reveal. So the revealing of Christ. Read verse 3.
Verse 3. Blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein.
So he said, blessed are they that read it and keep those things that were written therein, that are written in this Bible. Blessed are the people that's going to keep the testimonies that's written in this Bible. What was written in this Bible? Sis, what's your name, sis?
Diana.
Sis Diana. What was written in this Bible? You know what was written in this Bible?
Not really.
The color of Christ.
Right.
That's what was written in this Bible. Let's go get it. Give me that.
Verse 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool.
His head on his hairs were white like wool. Now, we're going to play 3 strikes, Sister Diana. We're going to play 3 strikes, all right? You familiar with baseball?
Yeah.
Okay. So, we're going to, off these 2 pictures right here, off these 2 depictions right here, we're going to see who lines up more with what the Bible say. Now, keep in mind, this is what America gives us as in every church. And then this is what the Bible's description of him is. Let me ask you a question. Now, if when the police ask for somebody's depiction, right, sis, when the police, hey, I got men, they got your back.
Well, I'm waiting on my mom.
Okay. Now, when you give a description to the police, right, they got a sketch artist, they give them a description, right? So we're not saying that's actually with him, but that's the best description we can give you with the scriptures, okay?
Bring it out.
So he said his head on his hairs were white like wool. Now, out of these 2 pictures, what would have the best description of what that Bible is talking about?
Out of these 2 pictures here?
Out of that picture and that picture, what would have the best depiction of what the Bible is talking about?
This one here.
I'm going to read it again for you. Read it from the top.
The book of Revelation, chapter 1, verse 14.
Read it slow.
His head and his hairs were white like wool.
So the hairs on his head were white like wool. So what picture shows you a man with white woolly hair? I mean white woolly hair. Right. So does that man have white woolly hair? Woolly hair is nappy like ours, like this. This would be considered woolly.
Right.
So they said his head on his hairs were white like wool. Read.
And And his eyes as white as snow.
Come on.
And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
And his eyes were as a flame of fire. Now keep in mind, I said we was gonna do 3 strikes. So he already got 1 strike. This one on to your right here, this first one. Yeah, he got 1 strike because he got the best depiction. We on strike 2. It said what for his eyes?
And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
And his eyes were as a flame of fire. On those 2 pictures, which 2 men got eyes with red? That look red in them. All right. Now, do you know the first miracle Christ did? I'm gonna give you the answer if you don't know. You know, that's what we out here to do, to edify our people. So we're gonna always give you the answer. He turned water into wine. So you know anybody that drink in your family?
My daddy.
Okay, when he drank a little bit, then his eyes turn a little red.
Yeah.
That's why, because Christ drank wine in moderation. He wasn't a drunk, but he drank it in moderation.
Right.
So he said his eyes.
And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
Teach.
And his feet like unto fine brass.
And his feet like unto fine brass. Now let me ask you a question, sis. If you take your shoe off, right, ain't your feet gonna match the rest of your body? So it said in his feet like unto fine brass. You know what color brass is, right?
Copper.
Right. As into fine brass. But hold on, it's a different kind of copper. Read.
As if they burned in a furnace.
As if they burned in a furnace. Sis, if you put anything in a furnace and burn it, what color does it turn?
Wait, say it again.
If you put anything in a furnace and burn it, like if you burn rice, what color does it turn? If you burn toast, what color? So, it's telling you that Christ was a black man, not a white man.
Bring it out!
You know why they don't want you to know that? You know why you don't know that? You know why you don't know that? Deuteronomy 28:15.
Daniel 10.
Bring it out.
This is why you don't know those things. Read what you got.
Bring it out.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
We cursed as a nation of people. That's why you don't know that, sis. That's exactly why you don't know that Christ is a black man. And if you did know that Christ was a black man, if you did know that Christ was a black man, then you would know that your nation is the best nation on the earth.
That's right.
But to keep us all docile, they say white is better. So they put Christ as a white man. And it's actually written in a book. But I see you have to go, you know. But I want you to do this. Take a look at that flyer. We offer free online classes 3 times a day, 7 days a week for your learning.
Right.
Learn who you are. Learn why we in these positions and how we get out, because that's what we out here doing. We telling who we are, why we here in these positions as a nation, and how we get out as a nation. Sirach 2, back to my brother.
Bring it out.
Not a problem. Sirach 2, back to my brother, because we still want you to endure as a good soldier of Christ, man. You follow me? Picking up what I'm putting down? All right. Sirach 2, read.
The book of Sirach, chapter 2, verse 1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation.
You got to prepare your soul for temptation, bro. You got to prepare your soul to be ready to fight those battles. How do you prepare your soul? By being studied up with the men right here. You know what I'm saying? By getting the proper precepts to go battle that. You know what I'm saying? Like this, a brother of me in Houston. When I start dealing with him, we figured out, hey, what was he battling first? Are you battling anger? So I'm going to give you a gang of scriptures on anger, and whenever you feel anger, pull one of them scriptures out and apply that scripture to your life. You know what I'm
To
saying?
scream black power while Heron was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission. Minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold. From Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana. Sierra Leone, 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.